Hi guys, this is the second of my Sunday afternoon vlogs. I hope everybody's okay. Thank you all for subscribing and coming to my channel and leaving all those lovely comments. I do appreciate it, and I'll certainly get back to you. Thank you to Dandan for your kind birthday. Thank you for wishing me happy birthday. I've got past that depression now. I was really feeling depressed on my birthday. It was not a good, I'm just not good, not a good birthday person. Anyway, this subject today is: are we a drip fed world? What do you think? All right, what do you think about that? Now, they're going to say, well, Tony Sweettooth, what are you talking about? Drip fed, what do you mean? Well, I'm talking about just everything really. Let's take, for example, mobile phones. Right. And mobile phone technology has been going on, well, since the early 80s. Well, I don't remember. It was in the 80s when it kicked it off, wasn't it? With the people on the 80s that started it was the whoopies, wasn't it? Well off old age whoopies. And yeah, you know what I mean. And now every year they seem to get better and better and better, or more features are added. But my question is this: why not add more features now than, say, in 2 models down the line? Now, the biggest one is the iPhone. We all know that. The first model comes out without a flash. The second model comes out with a flash. The third model might come out with a slightly bigger memory. The fourth model might come out with a better camera, and so on and so forth. But they know that you'll have to upgrade every year to get it done, and it's just drip feed. They are literally drip feeding you. Now, I know this has been going on for such a lot of times, and I'm not a sheep, and I will not get carried along with technology. Because it's like TVs, isn't it, or computers. They could have given us 4K years ago. We could have 8K now. We could have had OLED displays. We could have had faster processors. It could have been done years ago. But it's that drip fed. We'll give them something this year. Well, in 6 months or a year, we'll give them something else, knowing fine well that they've got the tech now. The other one is cars. I mean, what about battery vehicles now, electric vehicles? I mean, that's just, they've had the technology for that for years and years, but the companies, the petroleum companies and the oil companies won't allow it, because the government back heels on it, because there's too much taxes coming off it. But that's just cars. They've had the tech for years to have a battery on a car that will go for 1,000 miles without the top up. They've got that now, but they won't give you it because they still want you relying on diesel and petrol. Again, drip. Screwing over the general public for every penny they can, for every pound they can out of you. They will screw you for every penny in tax. So that's why that's not happening. Electric cars are an absolute fortune. They could cut the price in half now, but they won't, because they still want people to go over and bend over at the pumps. Bend right over at the pumps every damn time. I object to putting any more than £20 in the van unless I'm doing a long journey, which I'll fill it up. I really believe it's all going into the government coffers. Again, drip feed. I'm not even going to start about where your van tax goes, because you only get about, I think, only about 25% of it goes towards the maintenance of the roads, but that's another subject. No, drip fed, isn't it? It's like when you see a new razor with an extra feature on it, like it's got some kind of aloe vera moisturizing strip on it, or there's an extra blade, or it's a different ergonomic handle. Ladies, it could be like a leg shaver, where this time it's got a closer blade, or it's got extra moisturizing strips built in. They could have had all that shit years ago, but they didn't. They want you to Go out and buy the latest model, then in 2019 buy another model and another model. The problem is that all this tech is going in the bin. And sure, you know, I mean, who the hell wants to buy a second-hand ladies shaver or a men's shaver? Where's it going to go? You either keep it till it goes bang, which is what I do. I tend to replace the blade on them, but I find the blades on them are more expensive than the shaver, and that's another problem. That's why they want you to keep buying new, because they know the parts are more expensive than the actual product itself. Take TVs. If your screen goes, it's a write-off. I've had it myself from Sony. Same problem. So, you know, the screen burn, bang. OLEDs are notorious for it, to get that white line under it. So, you know, sometimes it's better to go a couple of well, I always think if you buy technology that's just under 3 years 3-year old, you're getting good, reliable tech, but at a really good price. And you know, you'll keep it. You might keep it for a couple of years, and then eventually, when you're done with it, the thing is about 5 or 6 years old, and you don't care if you scrap it because you've lost no on it. But again, drip feeding, drip feeding. Phones are the worst. They've got to be the worst, phones. I've never known anything quite like phones. And all these people are taking on these contracts just to get a phone. I mean, I've seen people where they've taken on a £40 a month contract just to get the latest iPhone 9. Is it iPhone 9 with the latest Android technology? Was it Marshmallow, or then it was Lollipop and Kit Kat, and it goes on and on and on. That's another thing as well. Updates, technology, drip feeding, you know. Cameras, that's one of the biggest gripes I've got with cameras. And I think the worst one is storage. What phone now, with all the 4K and everything else, they'll give you a sort of 32, 64, knowing fine well that will run out, and then you'll end up getting some more. GoPro are terrible for it. You buy it, then you have to upgrade it to a bigger and bigger, and it goes on and on and on. You know, cars are the same. Everyone gets a new car every 3 years thinking it's going to be better, and you know, and yeah, sure, you can avoid the MOTs for 3 years, but then how much are you going to get for your original car? 3 years, you know, I'll get half the price if you're lucky, and the salesman's feeling relaxed. That's just my other subject. And doesn't it make you anxious and annoyed and fed up? I get to the point now where I don't buy anything, because I think, well, it's going to be outdated. So what I tend to do is I sell things, and then I'll buy something. If I can't sell something, I won't buy something, so the place that we're living at doesn't get cluttered. So you know, you've already got half towards what you want to do, and then I'll go out and I'll get probably a tech that's 3 years old. If I went and bought a TV now, it'll probably be a 2016 model. Now we're 2018, so it would be over 2 to 3 years old, and it would be a lot cheaper, and it wouldn't bother me. You know, I don't get carried along with, you know, because I know it's all been drip fed, and the elites want you to have this mentality. Because let's face it, guys, we're all sheep. I'm not. I'm sure you're not. But the whole of society is sheep. McDonald's. I mean, who the hell goes to takeaways anymore, and fast food restaurants and drive-ins? And I can't believe the amount of people who go to Greggs. It's ridiculous. It's all fast food, full of trans fats, not good for you. But the elites out there want you to do it. They want you to get fat and then have heart attacks and depopulate the world. I am not kidding you. Read up about it. Anonymous has a website. Go there. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's quite scary. Their general plan for everyone. Houses. They're quite. They are not as bad, but they are the same. I mean, you buy a house and it'll have the latest kitchen in, and the latest roof tiling, and this, that, and the other, and people will trade in theirs for it, and that is a big decision. But yeah, again, it's drip feeding. You know, like cladding, for example. They had that years ago, and yet a lot of the houses that were built in the early 2000s didn't get it on because, again, they want you to have a house for 10 years, get shot and get a new one. That's what it's exactly what it's about. That's why I'm going to buy something that's over 100 years old, that's completely distinct, and I'll just potter on with it. Because if you follow society, you'll get burnt to a crisp. You'll just get burnt. But do not tell me when you get a credit card and you're struggling to pay. I am not going to tell you. Don't get me to ask saying, well, Tony warned you. I warned it, you know, because I know the things in the shops aren't worth what you're paying for, because you know yourself next year that thing will be half the price and there'll be more features to it, and yeah, it'll be a better display, it'll be nano this and nano that, and you know, I've always been a fan of buy something that's of good quality, that's going to last you a few years, that's been out a few years, and sell something first to pay for it, so your house isn't decluttered. There's an example of what I need at the moment. My pump has gone on one of my old carpet cleaning machines, and not that I don't clean carpets. I mean, I clean our carpets maybe once every 6 months, but I was cleaning my carpets in my last house just to freshen it up, and pump went, and it's going to be £45 to replace it. Now that's me fitting it, that's not taking it into a shop. So I was looking around to sell something, and I've got a beer fridge that I'm selling, so I've got somebody interested in that, so I'll sell that and it'll make the pump cheap. That's how I do it. That way I'm decluttering at the same time. Things are costing me a lot less. So, and I'm not going to let the elites win, because there's plenty of things I want, lots and lots of things I want, lots of things I want to do. But I play that. I'm just playing a game with them all. You know, I mean, they want you to go along, and they want you to go into fast food chains. They want you to go to McDonald's. They want the families in there. I mean, I was watching a YouTube video where they are actually, you know, the Happy Meal boxes for the kids. Well, they are the sort of the schooling the kids now for when they grow up. I can see it. It's like I'm flying up in the air like a helicopter, and I can see it now. I really can. Maybe one of the things about being slightly crazy and full of anxiety is that you do see things differently from the rest of the world. I see the rest of the world as sheep-like mentality, getting screwed over. You know, I can imagine now where I used to live, they'll be on the trampolines and the barbecues and the beers from Tesco, and oh, I hate all that. I will not follow all the lemons, you know. I can't do it, no. So anyway, leave your comments, guys. I'm coming off from it from now. Yeah, Drip Fed World, what do you think? And we'll catch you later. I shall leave you with a picture of our net. It is going to be training our peas. By the way, the carrots have grown back as well from the decimation of the rabbits.